helping call the game tonight. I'd like to welcome him in. Coach Russell, we welcome North Daviess, a team who we haven't seen in almost, I think it's about 14 years actually. Last time they were here, we did end up being victorious in that game, but not a common team that we play each year in and out.
No, you're right. And, they come in here with a very, very solid team, averaging almost 30 points a game. It's going to be an offense that's going to be very different than what we have typically faced through the first 10 games. They like to throw the ball around, and, we've not seen that. And, hopefully with our athleticism in the backfield or the back part of our defense with Chase, Harrison, Holden in there, Roper, McFeeders, those guys are going to be able to make some plays, and our front line, our linebackers, be able to get some pressure on the quarterback, making him throw. One thing that is going to hinder that rush, though, is the loss of Charles Madden, who was injured last week in the Springs Valley game, tore his ACL, PCL, a huge loss for the Senators, who have been snake bitten the entire year. Starting with week 1 when Bobby breaks his ankle and leg, and Caleb Murphy breaks his collarbone for the second time, had a couple other kids be forced out of the game, and it seems like it's been one thing after another all year for the Senator football team. But it's next man up, and they've responded every time. And even the second half last week when they played without Charles, we played extremely well, and hopefully that carries over tonight.
North Daviess does come in with a 7-3 record on the year under second-year coach Trent Fine. He's really kind of turned it. Second year at North Daviess. He was at other schools before that. He's got 7 total years, but he's really kind of turned that program around. They had a few seasons there in a row of losing records, and then he comes out and turns it around, and a 7-3 record this year with their 3 losses coming to West Vigo, a 3A school, Linton Stockton, a perennial powerhouse in 2A, and North Knox, the 2A team there. Some common opponents. They play Springs Valley. They beat them 20-7. North Central Farmersburg 28-0. And Eastern Green 42-0. So some common opponents there. Again, also another opponent that I just heard we were picking up next year was Washington. The 3A Hatchets are going to be our Week 8, and North Daviess plays them. So they beat them 26-8 this year. So
yeah, and the one thing when I was at Mitchell, we played North Daviess I think it was a 2-year contract, and we played them twice, and it was. The thing that I can remember about their kids is just very hard-nosed, very physical. It never mattered what their record was they was going to come out and they were going to play extremely hard, physical football. And, I expect, that's just something that's drilled into that community.
We're going to step aside, have the national anthem. We'll be back in just a moment. Back to action here at Art Sanders Field on West Washington School Corporation campus. 8 minutes away from kickoff. with the West Washington Senators and the North Davie Cougars. Like I've already said, Coach Trent Fine is 9-11 in his second year at North Daviess, 26-43 in his seventh year overall. West Washington is coached by Mr. Philip Bousman, 92-51 in his 13 years here. West Washington is the 10th ranked team in 1A, and by most people's thoughts, the favorite to win this sectional, but North Daviess is probably the second in line there for sectional 48 championship. North Daviess opponents, their records this year are 35-64, where West Washington is 34-62. Over the last 35 years, West Washington does lead this series 11-5, with the last meeting coming 2004 in the sectional championship, where West Washington won 33-8.
Yeah, and coming in tonight, I think everybody is talking and expecting this to be a shootout. You got two very strong offenses that are used to scoring a lot of points. I mean, you look at the games that North Daviess has won, they're scoring anywhere from 28 to 60. So, they've got a potent offense. We know we have a potent offense. And, like I said, everybody expects that, and it seems like whenever people are expecting that, it ends up being a dogfight. Defenses settle in. They make plays, prevent the offenses from scoring, and then it becomes a low-scoring game. So, we've been fortunate that we've been put in some situations where we've had to make long, sustained drives, and I think that's going to be the key tonight. One of the keys is who can drive the field, not rely upon a big play. And we've shown the ability to do that, and obviously we've shown the ability to score quickly. So I'm anxious for this game to get started just to see how it goes. Because this is round two, and like we talked last week, these kids, it's lose and you're done. And I've seen some really interesting things this week that kids have posted, not just from here but other schools, about the importance of football. And nobody, if you not put that helmet on, those shoulder pads on, you don't understand what taking them off for the last time means. And I think our kids are not ready to hang it up listening to them talk. And so we're going to be playing with a lot of emotion, a lot of pride, and I expect North Daviess is going to do the same type of thing. So it's going to be this time of year, like we said last week, you throw records out, you don't worry about it, you just got to come out and play, and the best team's going to win.
I think tonight it all comes down to the two quarterbacks, Holden Bousman for West Washington, and then Tanner Reed for the North Daviess Cougars. I feel like it's going to come down to them. Who has the better game between the two? The Cougars like to throw the ball around quite a bit. We're going to see them go some trips, some quads, some complete spread.
Yeah, they'll be completely empty at times. No backs in the backfield.
So I mean, lots of things there to see, and it's going to be it could be a shootout, which West Washington really hasn't been in a shootout yet this year. They've put up the points, but the opponents haven't. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that.
Yeah, and I agree. And no doubt the quarterback position is going to play a major factor tonight. But it may ultimately come down to which team can run the ball better. I'm not sure how great a running attack North Daviess has for sure, but I know Mason and Roper, and then you figure Holden into that mix. Those guys have accounted for. Mason's got 747 yards, 15 touchdowns. Roper 710, 5 touchdowns. Holden 523, 9 touchdowns. So we got guys with the ability to run. We don't have the big time runner like we had last year in Bobby with over 2,000, or we don't have a Landon McFeeters, but we've got different types of runners. Mason more of the power runner up the middle. Just really yards after contact with him. Then you got Roper, who is able to bounce and complements Mason because he's got great speed, and not only great speed but great feet as far as making people miss. And then you got Holden, who handles the ball well, gives some great fakes, and then is able to pull it. Nobody knows that he's even got it until he's already 5-10 yards down the field. So, I feel good if it comes down to whichever team runs the best, because we can do that. But, passing-wise, Harrison Sanford has just flat out been a stud all season long. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. He's got 57 catches, 683 yards on the season, 11 touchdowns. And, he made 2 plays last week that just really stood out. The touchdown where he jumped like he was going up for a rebound in basketball, caught it, and then got into the end zone, I think there in the second quarter. And then the interception he got really broke the game open and, outran everybody for a 70-yard interception return. So, those are the types of plays, and those are the types of players that, have got to step up in a game like this.
That's one of those that we kind of take for granted. Harrison, out there that he is 6'3", he's a big target, he's a big body, but he's got the jumping ability also. I mean, he can go up and get a ball. I remember the ball at Salem that he went up and got, and then took the shot and still came down while holding on to the ball. Not a fumble there after he caught it and after he was able to get down the field. So
right, and I think North Daviess will make a major effort to try and shut him down, and then that's where tight end Jake Strange, 6'5", whatever he weighs, but a big target, athletic kid, good hands. He's going to be important tonight. Do we locate him in the middle of the field? And it doesn't have to be the big play, as we saw last week. He caught a 5-6 yard out and got a key first down. Those are the things. Keep the chains moving, and I feel like we've got those type of players that are going to make the plays tonight.
That's what it's going to come down to, which team is able to make those plays and which team's defense is able to keep those plays from happening, keep those plays from, extending drives, making a third down, getting the first after a hard-nosed, third down play. Which team is going to turn the other one away and, force them to punt it away.
Yeah, I agree with you, and, you get them in third and long. You can't think, all right, like if you're playing a Mitchell, if you got them in third and long, they're in trouble because they're not a team that wants to throw the ball. But you put a team that wants to throw and likes to throw and is used to throwing in a 3rd and 8, that's the same as a 3rd and 2 for a running team. So, you got to stay focused the entire series that you're out there.
Senators do break onto the field. They were led out tonight by Chase Farmer, the senior. Definitely know he doesn't want to play his last game tonight.
And I can see Chase having an outstanding game tonight because I think he is probably our best pass defender, and unfortunately we've not seen a lot of teams throw the ball, so I think he'll really get a showcase, his cover ability tonight. Right.
Tonight will be his night to shine. On the other side of the defense is Harrison Sanford, who, if he was on another team, he may be the best defensive player on a team. But he does a great job on the other side as a lockdown corner over there.
Yeah, and then you got Parker Green out there too, who's quietly done a very good job this year. But again, if you don't have Harrison and Chase, Parker may be your best defensive corner out there. He's got 3 interceptions on the year. Leads the team in interceptions and has got 40 tackles, and we've got a lot of guys that can play. Is basically what we're trying to say.
That's exactly it.
And that's even with all the injuries.
So the Senators do win the toss. They do defer it. So they're going to North Daviess is going to receive. So I'm sure we're going to see big Jake Strange come out for his first kickoff of the night.
I just
here.
hope he hits the ball and doesn't miss it.
Last week he did take a nice chunk out of the ground. I don't know if he was practicing his golf there, where you want to take a divot, but most of the time in the kicking game, you definitely do not.
No.
So that kick that he had went about 15 yards.
But it caught him off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
The Senators this year have kind of taken this philosophy of deferring and trying to get the ball in the second half, where then they can put up some big numbers, score at the end of the first half, and then get the ball back in the second half. So this is the normal for the Senators.
Yep. think I heard him just announce all the cars up top have to turn their headlights off now as the kickoff is getting ready to start.
It is a pretty nice crowd here. We've got a Deaton mobile across the way with it looks like about 10 kids setting up on top and
Got seats in the house.
A flatbed truck next to it and some lawn chairs. So Matthew is on the AM station. So if you want to listen to him, jump on over there. But we definitely appreciate you here watching on West Washington live stream. Opening kick, Jake Strange back to kick it away.
It's a low.
Kicks it to 85, I believe. Justin Fox.
Wow, he didn't get very far.
Didn't get very far. He's going to end up at about the 40-yard line. Defense goes out. We see Holden. Bousman drop back to the safety position.
You'll probably see more Holden tonight than you do Roper on defense just because of the fact that they're going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Let Holden play center field and the ball's in the air, go get it.
North Daviess comes out with quad receivers here. They've got 2 to the top and 2 to the bottom, 1 back in the backfield. Tanner Reed is the quarterback for North Daviess. Set, snap, first one, a handoff to number 21, DJ Owen. He gains about 3 yards on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7. They do run kind of a hurry up, so now we've got trips to the bottom side of the field.
Trips to the near side.
We got 2 covering. Going to reverse it inside number 6.
Where to go?
Cruising Kloss with that carry. Going to gain another couple yards there. Make it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they got trips now out here. Again, it's going to be a lot of plays ran in this game.
Yeah.
Out
pattern, no good on that.
Was that Glenn Rankin coming up the middle on a blitz? I mean, he made him throw a lot sooner than he wanted to, and that's going to be a key tonight. Chase Farmer drops back to, looks like about the 15.
Rugby kick.
Goes
sky high and out of bounds at the 34. That was a sky high kick, so the Senators are going to come out and get their first taste of the offense tonight.
A lot different than last week.
Yeah.
We have it 2 or 3 possessions
in the whole first half.
Yeah, I know.
So 10:46 to go, and the Senators do come out on offense for their first drive here. We go with looks like 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and Roper McFeeters in the backfield next to Holden Bousman.
I think we
They're going to jump. North Daviess ready to come after Holden. You saw the whole offensive line come along with their linebackers. He's going to have a lot of pressure tonight. You can just tell by that very first.
Yeah, and that's where you take advantage of them being over-aggressive and you throw underneath, you throw short passes, get out of Holden's hands quick, and let your athletes make plays.
And that's where you can see down on the bottom side of the field, Harrison has all kinds of room.
Nowhere for Roper.
Nowhere for Roper to go on that one.
I think he's going to lose, 2 on that?
Yeah.
Again, that outside linebacker came untouched.
So out comes Farmer. In goes Mason Armstrong, the senior running back.
And you got Jake.
And Glenn.
Yeah.
Still both on the field.
Split out wide is Sanford. Far side, Jake Strange to the far side in the tight end position.
Oh, they're going deep, and they got him. It's touchdown.
Going.
He's
high step. He's in. Touchdown, Senators. 62-yard touchdown there for the Senators. That is Harrison
That's
Sanford.
the play.
That is straight over the top. Throw it and let Harrison go get it with his speed. That's not going to be an issue. He's going to run by corners all night long if they don't get some help over there, especially if they give him that big of a cushion.
Yeah, and playing one-on-one, no safety help over the top. I mean, that was an easy toss and throw for those two.
Well, it was a perfect throw. It was a good route. It was one of those.
We go to the pistol look here.
Osmond just kind of drops his shoulder first, and then that was the move that sprung Sanford over the top.
Hand off to Armstrong. Armstrong lowers his head, trying to get forward.
And
He
he's
gets
in.
in for 2, makes it 8-0 Senators. That is the exact way the Senators want to come out and open this game against a team who wants to put up points. They want to get on the board first.
Yeah, and that was a nice job of Mason, you know, that extra effort and the line pushing him there at the end, because it looked like he was going to be stopped a little bit short, and just the determination to get in. We've talked all year the importance of these 2-point conversions, and, you know, it's nice to get that first one.
And it's something that we've kind of changed our philosophy of. At the beginning of the year. We were not able to get in with a single back, so now we've kind of gone to a twin back or a pistol look, you know, to give more options. Able to get in the end zone there is big. So
Yes, it
8-0 Senators out ahead. North Daviess is going to drop back to receive this kick. Jake back to boot it away again.
A much better start than last week. That's what we said. The second half, it seemed like the Senators settled into tournament mode, and, you know, it's carried over here this first couple of series.
Question is, can Jake hit his dad, who's standing directly underneath the goalpost on the other end?
I would love it. I'd say Jimmy's standing down there to give him a target.
Jake gets that one. Cruising Claw's going to return that one from about the 14. Gets across the 30 to about the 33, where he's brought down by a group of Senators. In comes Bryce Brown and Andrew Lewis along with Holden. Andrew's going to play a lot of defense tonight with the injury to Charles Madden, him being out the rest of the season.
So we go trips near side.
Going to go trips to the near side, one back. Going to be a pitch this way.
Oh, nice job.
Nice job by Sanford to bring him down even after he's clipped.
I'm afraid they're going to call. Yep, they're calling a clip. But I'd say we may
We're going to
decline that.
Decline that one because he's brought down
about
7.
Yeah, he lost 7 or 8 yards. So
well, they're going to give him a little bit of forward progress, so he's going to lose 4 on that.
Still,
oh no, it's going to.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's going to be more like 7. They didn't give him any forward progress, so.
That carry was by number 21 Owens, and so far, West Washington has taken care of the run. Trips to the far side now. First time
if we can make them one-dimensional, that really helps.
Quarterback drops straight back where he does lose his footing, but gets it back and throws it out in the flats. It's going to be
caught out in the flats, where he's tackled immediately by Mason Armstrong. Mason Armstrong going to end up doing a lot of coverage tonight with them in the trips, the quads, the spread.
But, you know, we keep the receivers in front. We'll let them catch those 3-4 yard passes as long as they can't make the yards after the catch.
Right.
I mean, that's the key.
So going to be 3rd and 15 here. Drops back to throw.
Oh, Mason
gets his hand on it but is unable to come down with it. So now that's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Great job, great drop. I think they were in a cover too because of safety sitting over the top, and, you know, Mason sitting out there in that zone and jumps and is just able to tip it and, you know, make it incompletion. So
that looked like some good basketball skills there from Mason Armstrong.
Yeah, there's talk that he might play.
I've heard that through the hallways.
Yeah.
There's a nice kick.
And Chase is going
to get away from it, let it roll, let it bounce.
It can be about the 32, 33.
33.
And Senators come back on the field with their offense.
This is
strike
the kind of game that we want. We want that offense out on the field.
Just the tempo, offense, defense. When it's a fast-paced tempo, I feel like we are much better, not just offensively but defensively as well.
So Senators take over 1st and 10 on their 32. We come out with our own version of trips to the near side with Mason.
They're playing straight man-to-man coverage. I mean, you find your mismatch with Harrison or Chase or
Holden flinches. So he's going to end up backing up 5 yards there. Holden was ready for it to be snapped, and Binskin didn't snap it. So
I mean, you're dealing with a new center. I mean, expect those. If we can just avoid the 15-yard penalties, the costly penalties.
So our trip's still out there. North Daviess still in there. Single man coverage to this side. Holden looks, going to cut, move. Doesn't get much over there. We're going to get a flag on this side. Comes in late. Personal foul on them. Probably a face mask there.
That should be a first down, I would think.
Does personal foul give you an automatic first down?
Should depend. Yeah.
Over across the way on the chains, we've got Coach Sullivan and Coach Myers over there, along with Tom Rosenbaum. Can't make out who the fourth in that crew is.
They're going without a safety. They're putting 10 guys in the box, and we're going to just throw right over them. There it is.
Jake. He got it.
Jake with the catch. He's now brought down at the 25.
Yeah, they
what a catch by Jake.
They're going to try and cover us man to man.
It's going to
be a long night for them.
They put 10 in the box and try to cover one-on-one, and that's just not going to work.
I mean, I don't think they've seen a group of receivers quite like these.
They're going to go with a pistol look.
Yep. Tight end Mason.
Mason is met in the backfield by big 47.
He's going to lose a couple of yards on that.
He's so good he's not even on the roster.
I just heard from Matthew Deaton that he's so good he's not even on the roster. So
they've changed numbers around.
Yeah, just a little bit. So we lose 2 on that one. It makes it 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. Still in the pistol.
There's
Mason with the hole up the middle. He's going to gain a chunk of that back. Good hard run there by Mason.
It's up to the 20-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
Runs like that are demoralizing when you're stacking 11 guys in the box.
North Daviess has decided that they're going to try to take away the run as best they can, and if we're going to beat them with a pass, we're going to.
And I think they think that if we're going to throw deep, they're good enough that they're going to be able to get to Holden and make him throw faster, and that's not been the case.
That's not been the case so far.
Much better start.
We go with a pistol look, and then we shift out of it.
So you got Harrison and Chase out there again.
Bousman turns. He's going to get the first down on that side and more. Nice run there by Holden.
And that is the 3rd first down of the first quarter for the Senators, which is more than they had, I believe, the entire first half last week.
It's more. We have more first downs than we had possessions last week in the first half.
We've got more time in possession already than we had last week.
So Farmer comes out of the game. McFeeder's in.
Sanford out here to this near side. Jake Strange on the near side. Tell you what, Jake Strange running that back corner piling on this might be the time for it.
We got all kinds of movement going on.
I think it was a false start. I think our line went.
Everybody moved. Everybody except Trenton.
Yeah.
He didn't snap the ball. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Senators. We go with the 2 backs in the backfield. Hands off to McFeeder's. McFeeder's with some room, a nice cut. He's going to get about 4.
Second down and 11. I tell you, this crew
There's no doubt this is 4-down territory. So.
Is down there blowing the whistle. Again, I commend the crew for that because
It takes away a lot of the cheap shots.
And Roper comes out, Chase back in, back to a 2 tight end set.
And we're single covered on the outside.
Yeah,
No
I
deep
don't
safety.
think they play any zone.
we're going to try the jet sweep. We're going to fake it.
Hand off to Mason. That's kind of a busted play in the backfield.
I've not seen that play this year. So
Now we're going to get a flag.
sweep. And there's a flag
And they're walking straight
They're
over.
walking straight over.
straight to the sideline.
I mean, I don't know what was said, but you don't see that.
So he goes over.
If there was something said,
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
I don't know if there was a warning or what.
So North Daviess gets their sideline warning, making sure that their players stay back off the sideline, off the
Whether
field, or
stay
they're
off the sideline or keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
Because I mean, where he's standing, I mean, I didn't
I don't
see
know that
anybody
he-
out on the field, so that tells me that something was said or said very loudly.
So they don't mark anything off on that. It comes 3rd and 9. Still in the single back.
Harrison on the slant.
Oh,
just
Harrison
had
comes
him.
off of his hand, is unable to get that one. So it's going to bring up 4th down here, 4th and 9.
Down there and
So bring up a 4th down and 9. No doubt we're going for it. You know, I think they're setting that up, run Harrison on the slant, and at some point tonight you run a slant corner with him,
Yeah.
getting that guy jumping the inside route, and then bring Harrison back to the corner of the end zone.
just drive the stall inside the 20. Thousand takes a snap. Goes straight back.
Pump fake.
He's right. And he's looking.
Throws. Too wide, not going to be able to bring that one down. Pressure much better than what we saw a couple of weeks ago where he kind of threw it up. He threw that one out of bounds. So North Daviess is going to take over on the 14. .505 left to go here in the first quarter of play. West Washington up 8-0.
North Daviess has only ran 6 plays, had the ball twice, so the center defense has done a nice job.
I'm sure Coach Gibby has had a challenge put out to that defensive side. You know that it's on them tonight. They've got to stop North Daviess.
That's what I said. A lot of times when people start talking about it being a shootout, you know, defenses start to take that very personal.
Cruising Kloss with the run there. Going to gain about 4.
Gain 3. Second down and 7. Trips again to this near side.
22 is a big receiver. 6'4", 175. Nice job.
Nice job there by the Senators.
Was that Harrison with his finger on it?
I don't know if it was Harrison or Rankin who got his hand on it first. Replay for those of you out there in live stream world. It was Rankin who got his hand on it first, and then Farmer was there going to clean somebody's clock if they did catch it.
You know, our defense is playing really well, disciplined. Everybody's getting to their spots, whether it's flats or staying on their man. You know, it makes it really difficult on them.
Near side again. They're going to throw it up in the flats.
And
Sanford lays a hit there on Cruising Kloss, who was one of the wide receivers there trying to.
so it's going to be punt time again for the Cougars.
So Cougars going to punt here. Farmer back to return.
He's had one decent punt and one punt that he
DJ Owens.
shanked.
DJ Owens back to give this one a ride. That's a straight punt, not
That's
a
returnable.
rugby style. So
6-yard line.
Chase has got some room.
Now he's home.
Get
Across the 40. And he's going to be hit.
we're going to have a couple of flags there. He's going to be down at the 40. Bousman lays a nice block in the backfield there as they're coming across.
I'd say it's going to be a clip. I mean, there was one here on this side that was extremely close. So I'm saying, yeah.
Still waiting for a sign out there. because we've got
Senators are backing up.
two flags. So I'm agreeing with you. It's probably going to be a clip to bring it back.
We'll bring it back to the
49-yard line. Or for you, the 51.
No, that's Matthew.
Matthew? Is that it's a 51? Go with our 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, single back.
Fake to Mason, and they're getting a lot of pressure.
Nice try there for Sanford, but unable to come up with that one. That one way out of his reach. He wasn't going to be able to get that one and bring it back in bounds anyway. So bring up 2nd down. Kind of same formation.
And I would expect us to stay with more of a passing attack and maybe go to some quicker ones if they're going to stay in this man. And there's
Jake goes out to the flat. Yep. Nice catch. He's got room. He's rumbling, stumbling down the sideline, looking for somebody stiff on.
He's going to get it.
Had all kinds of room to get down the sideline, and then he gets brought down by his shoestrings at about the
4-yard line.
Oh, looks like they're going to have him step out before that. Looks like he steps out at about the 15, I think, is where they're going to mark him. Good job by the official. The official is trailing that play and goes right to the spot where he steps out. So great job by this official's crew. Hand off to Mason in the backfield. He looks for something. Nothing there.
Yeah, they're geared up to stop the run. I mean, the success that we're going to have on offense is
going to be through the air.
Yeah, we're going to have to be able to continue to complete passes. And like just like the last one, it doesn't have to be a deep pass. I mean, you hit Jake out in the flats. I mean, that's a mismatch.
Yeah, Jake is a mismatch just about anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you get him 3 yards out on a linebacker. He's quicker than most of them.
I'm sure Coach Sullivan was happy to see his center outrun a couple of corners.
Harrison Sanford's going to get in.
Good job there by Harrison Sanford for his 2nd touchdown. That moves the score 14-0 for the Senators.
And we've not seen Harrison in the backfield much in that formation. Typically, it is Chase.
Right.
But now, they've got Chase and Harrison both in there with Mason this time. They're going to roll, and Harrison's
out there in the back of the end zone.
It's good.
2-point conversion is good. Brings it to 16-0.
There's Jake Strange on the catch. Holden rolling out, gets it to him. Jake makes a nice diving catch.
We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break from the IHSAA. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. They're so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are out ahead 16-0 over the North Daviess Cougars. Big Jake Strange back to boot this one away after his long catch and scampered down the sidelines.
Certainly. I was focused on the offense. Defense, you're right.
Big Jimmy was excited down in the end zone on that catch on 2-point conversion.
That one, Jake gets a hold of, bounce, hits. Cruz and Kloss going to run to the outside. He's brought down by Parker Green on that side.
Gets across the 30 to about the 31, 32. Yes, mark it at the 31.
Well, I tell you, we had a coach back in about my sophomore year, and he made me practice the stupid balls where he was like that.
The Cougars are going to play a fast-paced game here. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be.
And like I said, I think we're better at that.
Hand off to 21.
Good seam in the center. Get out across the 30.
DJ Owens with a nice run there.
And that is going to be the first down of the night for the Cougars.
Which comes at 2:14 in the first period of play. I'm sure Coach Gibby is happy with his defense so far, getting out to that lead.
We can't relax, just thinking we're up 16-0.
Still in the trips. Cruisencloss makes a nice move there and is going to go down at the 29-yard line there. He makes a nice move. Sanford was there to get him, but wasn't able to bring him down, and then he was able to get into some open field there.
A 26-yard gain there just on a nice stand-up throw out to the flats, and, you know, he was off, and, you know, unfortunately we fell down. And looks like North Daviess got an injury, or are they taking a timeout?
I'm not sure that it's North Daviess. I think it's us. Those are Silver Pants.
Okay. I didn't even see this kid back here.
That was where Sanford went down, so
let's hope it's not anything serious for
I see him moving his arm, so that's a good indication there. Harrison does come up. He is able to move his arm, so that's a good sign there for the Senators.
He's moving.
He can Odell Beckham this thing only once all day right there.
So the trainer is working on Harrison.
Senators come out with their defense back on the field. Now we're going to see a little bit of a change.
We're going to run again.
Got a little room, and Rankin with a great play. We've still got guys.
Going at it there, number 7, Vinskin, and number 68 there.
Who was that carried? 21.
21, which is DJ Owens.
15-yard line there.
Yeah, they was 20 yards behind the play.
4-yard gain, bring up second down and 6.
Second and 6. And they have been able to handle our defensive tackles there, and it's our little linebacker that's making
Trips to the far side. Drops back, coming here, single side, incomplete.
Number 22, Jalen Knipp.
Well, he's the one we said 6'4", 175, just a good size athlete, and you know he was ready to run before he caught it. You got to do the catching part before you take off.
So going to bring up 3rd and 6 here on the 25. Still have trips to the far side of the field. Single back or single receiver over here.
They're going to
throw it out. Makes a nice cut there. He's going to be short of the first down, so it's going to bring up 4th and about 1.
It's a big play here for the Senator defense. Get a stop. Again, we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, 1:13 left to go here. Senators up 16-0 over North Daviess. 4th and 1.
They're going to
They
throw.
drop back to pass.
Here comes the rush.
Oh, what a great play! It's going to be caught there by number 21, Owens.
We had a great rush, and you know it almost looked like a screen. They let us come and threw right over top of us. It was just a short gain, but nonetheless is a first down.
And we've got a flag in the backfield. I believe we're going to get unsportsmanlike.
We're not at Springs Valley. No one's beating on the
Matthew Deaton just took care of a wasp issue for us, so that thing is dead, and his hand might swell up. I don't know if it's from a bug sting or because he smashed it into the table, but Handoff to Owens up the middle. Nothing there. He's met by Mason Armstrong and Bryce Brown.
They're going to mark him, give him about a 2-yard gain off that.
40 seconds left to go here in the first period of play. I don't know that we shouldn't have a camera on Matthew. He's quite the character. Owens again going to get out wide. He's got room. He's going to scamper in for a touchdown. Touchdown Cougars. 19.7 left to go here in the first period. Going to bring the score 16-6.
Well, maybe we are going to get the shootout that everyone expected. It does not appear as though they have a kicker either.
Yeah, so going to be a 2-point conversion here.
Wildcat formation.
Looks to throw.
Oh, he catches.
Very good play.
Player in the second one.
Number 22 is Jalen Knepp, the one who comes down with that. So they do get the 2-point conversion, make it 16-8. West Washington is out ahead. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play. I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports.
Put up the right thing so that it goes to it.
They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to action here at West Washington. DJ Owen back to kick it away. He kicks that one.
Low line drive.
Farmer gets a hold of that one. He's going to make a cut and get forward progress to the 27.
.5 seconds. Center's probably run one play, and then we will move on to the second quarter. But this has been a very exciting first quarter of play.
It's been a while since we've had kind of a game like this.
Yes.
McFeeder's the one in the backfield. We got trips to the top side of the field. McFeeder's going to run this way with a hole.
Big hole. And he's gone. They're not going to catch him. 72-yard touchdown run for Roper McFeeders.
Roper McFeeders with a great play there. Scamper through the line. He gets a great big hole there by his offensive lineman, Bryce Brown, with a nice block. And then Roper makes one sidestep, and he's off to the races, and you're not going to catch him. With that kind of burst, that kind of speed, he's gone.
I think they anticipated a pass, and like they've done every time, is they're sitting in the house, and Roper got by the first guy a little bit quicker than Mason on that initial tackle or initial defender, and once he got through there was nobody catching him.
We go in with our pistol look here. 2-point conversion.
That is a very big score. North Daviess felt like they had some momentum cutting the lead in half, and then we respond one play, about 6 seconds.
Hand off to Farmer. Farmer looking for a hole. He gets some forward progress. He's going to be short. Great effort there by Farmer to try to get across the line, but he's unable to do so. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break from Lynx, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field. Jake going to try to kick off from the other hash now.
His fourth kickoff?
Fourth kickoff.
Fourth kickoff in the first quarter.
Remember, at the beginning of the year, he said his leg got tired when we were scoring. Well,
it's been a fun quarter.
I almost said Landon because if that didn't look like Landon, nothing did.
Jake back. Kicks that one deep.
That's going to be...
Gonna field it at the 7.
Now he's loose. Out of bounds. The 4-yard line.
Nice job there.
Market 24. Good kick by Jake, though. I mean, just a low line drive.
So that's going to end the first quarter, where the score is 22-8. West Washington out ahead. Couldn't ask for a better start to the game for West Washington. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field. Start of the second period of play, where West Washington is ahead 22-8 over North Daviess.
Oh,
big hole there where he's then met by Holden Bousman. I'm not quite sure that that's a
37-yard line.
That's a big hit that he took, and not real sure that that's the.
No, they're going to run. They want Roper back there at safety instead of Holden. Running again.
Running it again. That's Owens again.
You know, that first quarter, you know, we said there's a lot of offense, and I love offense, but we had 218 yards in the first quarter.
That's good offense.
I mean, that's a game for some teams. It looks like they've slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. They're not quite as quick to snap the ball.
Trips near side.
Comes back to pass. Out in the flats to number 6, which is Cruising Kloss. He's brought down, going to stay in bounds. Going to bring up 3rd and about 4. Maybe 4.5. Once again, we do appreciate all of you out there watching. Let us know if there's something going on so that we can get it corrected up here. I know we had a little bit of a video lag earlier.
Nice, I got him. Oh, yes.
A couple of moves there, but then he's not going to get anywhere, so they're going to bring him down for a loss.
Yeah, they've been flaring their back out in the flats, and you knew it was just a matter of time before they threw it out there, and that time they did, and they'd lose about 3 yards on that.
That was Glenn Rankin at the bottom of that pile there. Going to be 4th and
It's
8,
gonna be
7.
time.
That's a first down for North Daviess.
That's a first down or more because he had a lot of daylight.
So 21, DJ Owens backs up to punt this one away. Chase Farmer back to return it. That one punts, low line drive.
Away from it.
Gonna roll. Gonna stop at the 31 where the Senators are going to take over.
Senators will take that. Offense again coming back on the field where they have not really been stopped tonight. They've showed their ability to pass, ability to run, and that's what makes them dangerous. You come out, you got Chase to the top, Harrison in the slot, Jake at tight end, and Parker Green single receiver to the near side.
Along with Mason in the backfield, he then moves to the trip side of the field. He rolls. Looks.
Oh, what a catch!
Farmer with a nice catch. Replay coming to you there at home. Nice roll by Holden. Gets out towards the sideline, then lets one go where he gets it to Farmer, who jumps and makes that catch for the first down. Goes out at the 45.
Now you got trips to this side, and you got Parker, Harrison, Chase. And Strange tight end backside, and they're going to give it to Mason.
Mason out of the backfield. We're going to get a flag on that. That's going to be a hold. Just a reminder out there, those of you who do tweet or use the hashtag Senators versus Cougars, we can pull those up for the stream. We definitely look at those before we post them up, though.
Might be some that you don't want to.
Just a few.
Move the ball back to the West Washington 45. We'll bring up a first down and 20.
Oh, that is the same hoodie guy. That's Mr. Fox.
You got Harrison and Parker both out now, so Roper and Mason in the backfield. And they're flaring both. Nice job.
Nice job there by Farmer. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and 10.
Nice job on the slant. Holden put it right there. Holden's playing extremely well so far.
Like we said, when it comes down to which quarterback plays better, right now Holden Bousman has the edge.
No contest.
Hand off to Mason in the backfield. He's looking for a hole. Gains a couple of yards there. Going to bring up about 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 here.
Yeah, they've kind of slowed the rush down a little bit since Roper's run.
Yeah.
Bring up a 3rd down and 8. Still Feeders and Armstrong in the backfield. And they're coming hard off the edge. Again, we're going deep this time to Harrison. Oh, they got it.
There we go.
They tackled Harrison.
Tackled him late.
Yeah, there was no way Harrison was going to catch that. That is a big-time mental breakdown.
That's a big-time mistake there on that play. There isn't an uncatchable ball in high school, though, so that is going to be a pass interference.
15-yard penalty.
It was definitely overthrown, no doubt.
But, I can live with that overthrow by holding it because if you underthrow, it's going to get picked. You put it out there where only your receiver, and they have shown nobody who has the speed to stay with Harrison Knight. So yeah, you just put it out there in front. And if Harrison can't run under it, then nobody is.
Then it's incomplete, and you come back for 4th down.
Exactly.
We get set here. Going to be 1st and 10 on the 28.
And there's McFeeters. Oh.
McFeeters tries.
He's going to get tackled back at the 31.
Yep, going to lose about 3. Roper tries to use a stiff arm there, but couldn't quite get the leverage with his foot in the field. So
you got to remember, Roper's a freshman. You give him another year in the weight room. When he comes back as a sophomore, he's going to be a different-looking kid.
There's a fake.
They're going deep. Picked off.
Thrown behind Jake, and it's going to be picked off there by number 21, Owens.
Picked off by DJ Owens out of the backfield for the Cougars. So Holden with his first mistake there.
Yeah, and he had Jake. He just
overthrew him.
That he threw it to Harrison on that one where he threw it out in front. He didn't do that this time, and that's why you throw it out in front. Yeah. Holden knows he made a mistake, so I don't expect that to happen again tonight.
That's one of those he's got to shake it off now and be ready to play some defense here. Handoff to Owens, trying to get some room there. Going to gain about 2. This officiating crew has done a great job. Their sideline officials step right to where it is, step it, and stay there. They don't come running in. They
get the ball spotted and
ready to go.
Yeah, I think they knew that they had 2 up-tempo teams.
There's the fake.
They're going
go
deep.
And
it's going to be picked back by Holden.
Holden repays the favor.
That's Bousman on the pick.
Bousman with a move.
Oh, he's got some room. If he breaks out, he might go. He's across the 15. He's at the 10.
Oh, he's going to get down to about the 10, 9-yard line.
And then steps out of bounds.
Holden makes up for it. It's like, I threw one, now I'm going to get you back. And that pass, I'm not sure who he was throwing to, but it was greatly underthrown.
So Coach Bousman down, not happy with a call out of bounds there. Holden ends up on the track once this one's done, not tackled, but kind of with a little shove there. So going to be first and goal at the 9. Going to be timeout Senators. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break from the IHSAA. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are driving 22-8 in the second quarter. Oh, Mason Armstrong.
And it goes forward, and North Daviess says they have it.
They spot the ball.
I missed it.
I don't exactly see what happened, so we're going to bring up a replay. Mason bobbles it. Looks like he's on the ground and then isn't able to get it. So it's going to be down at about the 6-yard line for the North Daviess Cougars. That's 2 untimely turnovers there for the Senators.
Yeah, first quarter and a half was extremely well played by both teams, and the last 2 or 3 possessions not so pretty.
There's going to be a pitch out of the backfield. DJ Owens is met out there by,
lose yardage.
I believe that's Sanford out there who brings him down.
He's going to go back to about the 6, 5.
I'm still waiting on him to put it down to see where it is. Looks like it's at the 5.
Yeah.
So we're going to lose 1. 5:50 left to go here in the first half of play. Senators up 22-0. Second and 11. Ball on the 6.
Trips the near side for North Daviess. It's going to be a draw.
Draw up the middle where he's met and then brought down. Group of Senators up the center.
You may get back to the line of scrimmage, original line. Well, they're going to give him gain it 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 9. Hopefully Jake Trenton, Andrew Lewis, Bryce Brown up front can get a big push, get some pressure, because as a quarterback, you're standing in that end zone. Last thing you want to do is get a safety. So if you feel pressure, you're gonna get rid of the ball quickly. And they're gonna take timeout.
Confusion out there, so timeout. We're gonna step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSA. We'll be back in just a moment.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here at West Washington.
8-yard line in North Daviess. We'll see if they try to run it or if they're going to try to throw it. Our pass defense has been stellar so far.
Dropping back to throw. They're going deep.
And coming back is Farmer.
Chase has got a pick.
He's going to get 6 here. He's going to pick it off at the 25, and he runs into the end zone.
Chase Farmer does a great job. Pick 6 there.
And we said coming in, Chase Farmer would be key tonight. That's his strength, and that's just he got it, made a play at the top of his jump, picked it off, runs it all the way into the end zone.
28-8.
Both times they were great stance there. Get that bucket. Hey, we'll take it any way we can get it.
There's no doubt about that. 4:37 left here in the first half, and now West Washington's offense looking to put another 2-point conversion on the board. Full house backfield, and we were moving.
So we're going to back up. It's going to be we're going to try a 2-point conversion from the 8 instead of the 3.
And that is the 5th penalty on the Senators tonight. But at least we've not got any of the major ones.
Dive play with Armstrong, the one they fumbled, and just to kind of get the bad feeling out of it.
Any kind of, and here we go, we're going to switch it out there.
Man, they motion just on near.
We go motion all over the place.
Yeah.
Holding back, throws.
Through
Jake's hands.
Throw just goes
through the hands of Jake Strange. Not going to get a 2-point conversion there, so going to bring it 28-8. Once again, a reminder to those of you out there letting people know where to get on and watch. We are streaming to YouTube tonight, so get on YouTube, look at West Washington live stream, and we're the very first ones that pop up. Then if you subscribe to that, then you'll get all the notifications on where we are and what our upcoming events are. Speaking of an upcoming event, tomorrow morning, 6th grade girls basketball tournament. I know that's a close tie to you, Coach Russell, with your girls varsity program. Gonna stream those 2 games. They've got a 2-game tournament, so
I think they play Mitchell first, and
then they'll play the winner of Valley and Orleans, both of who defeated them this season. So
good group of girls, and if you got nothing to do, come out and watch them. And if not, you can obviously watch them here on live stream. And again, just another great advantage that you provide to people. Not just varsity sports, but covering junior high, elementary sports as well, and a lot of people appreciate that. So thank you.
Well, don't forget the drama productions too, because I throw those in there.
I throw. You do everything here. So I'm thinking sports wise where my head's at.
Those are always some of the neat ones because it's not the normal setup for me. So
and you don't have to do commentary.
Yeah. So tomorrow, not quite sure if we're going to have commentary or not. Titan Williams may step in and do some commentary. may not, so it may just be the game action and some game audio. But we will be live tomorrow morning. I believe it starts at 10, so we'll probably be live about 9:45. Webster with that return brings it out to
33,
it looks like.
Get out to the 33-yard line where North Daviess will take over 1st and 10.
4:28 to go here in the first half.
28-8, West Washington leads. Trips to the near side again. It's kind of their go-to formation. Going back next to Reed, and they're going to run that.
Oh,
Crucial cross, and I cannot believe it.
There's a mess on that play, and I'm not sure how there's not a flag on that.
I mean, Lewis had him in the
backfield, and then
right in front of
was met in the back by two Cougar.
We spoke too soon.
Two Cougar offensive players.
Pick up 8 and bring up a 2nd and 2. Ball goes forward to the 41-yard line. Clock is running. 4 minutes
2nd and 2 here.
Reed takes a snap.
Snap comes back. DJ Owens with that one gets out wide, where he's brought down by Glenn Rankin. I think going to get the first down.
That is the 4th first down of the first half for North Daviess. Now, you'd think West Washington have a lot with 28 points. We've only got 5, but we've been the beneficiary of some huge plays here in the first half.
Jake Strange down the sideline, Roper McFeeters out of the backfield, and Harrison Sanford with the big catch.
And Chase Farmer with interception return.
There's
that counter not nearly as successful as
ball on the ground. Pick it up.
Came loose, and West Washington has it. It is number 5.
Mason
Armstrong, the senior, picks that one up.
Finally, after 2 turnovers of ours, we get one, and there's no way they blew that one dead.
No, they're
Senators do get that one. You can clearly see on the live stream that ball was out before he gets down. So Senator ball there.
Do we go for the jugular right now?
This is the time.
You send Harrison or Chase one deep, or even Jake. Send Jake on a wheel route from the tight end. The key is are they going to send the house after us, and are we going to have time to extended route?
3:34 left on the clock here for the first half.
It's going to be at
McFeeters sees a hole, gains about 7 on that one. Nice hard run there by Roper. Puts his head down, finds a hole, and keeps going in that zone blocking scheme. Does a good job.
Senators may try and slow it down a little bit, get to the half, score at the end of the half, then get the ball
back. That's exactly what the Senators like to do each time.
They are being very patient right now, getting the play in.
Which is nice the way the Senators do it. That play comes in from the sidelines, and everybody knows the plays. It's not being called by the quarterback. He's not calling it out. So Holden met in the backfield.
So looks like 4 on the play.
Yeah, so going to bring up 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
I think they thought everybody would bite on
that.
Roper, and then it'd be a big play for Holden, and North Daviess stayed at home.
Coach Bousman was not real happy with that decision there by Holden to not put his foot in the ground and go forward. So Holden drops back to pass, looks, throws.
And he got it.
Sanford with the catch. He turns and
touchdown.
Up the field. Touchdown, Senators.
Harrison's defender fell down.
And,
I mean, this is just pitch and catch for those guys.
Well, and this shows all the time that they've done over the summer, working together. He just makes that corner and is gone. Senators score 34-8.
It looks like a North Daviess
player down.
It does look like a cramp the way. I don't think it's anything serious, but so far here in the first half, the Senators have 290 total yards of offense compared to just 93 for North Daviess. So, the Senator offense is definitely rolling right now.
North Harrison down to Southridge, 21-7.
Yep. They got the generator on.
Those of you out there, if you've got a score on Perry's game, we're looking for that one. We're still hunting.
They can cover. That's why they didn't want to do that. That's so many teams do not work on or play any type of zone coverage because the teams don't throw. And then you get up against the team that can throw, you're screwed.
Jeffersonville up 14-0 down in their game.
So back here for the 2-point conversion. And it's going to be Armstrong. He's going to get in.
Armstrong gets in for 2, makes it 36-8 on the 2-point conversion. 2:10 left to go here in the first half of play. We're going to step aside to have a short commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to action here. Senators are ahead, 36-8. Jake Strange back to kick it away again. Boots that one deep. Webster fields that one. Full head of steam going forward. He's loose.
Down the sideline. Wow.
Great young player there.
He's then brought down. This is a 2 state championship weekend for the IHSAA. They've got soccer going on and cross country over in Terre Haute. One of the first state championships named this year. Park Tudor wins in girls soccer.
Nice. What soccer?
That is the football for most of the world.
It's not the real football. Overthrown.
Pass is overthrown there.
You know, we heard about coming into the game, their vaunted passing attack. They're 6 out of 14 for 35 yards. So Senator secondary, and not just the secondary, the linebackers doing a great job of getting a lot of pressure on him, making him throw before he's ready.
Well, and that's the difference.
There's that counter again. What? No.
He's still on his feet.
What?
And we better get him out of bounds. He's still going.
Oh!
That's a
official is down. Jake got clipped, I'm pretty sure, right into the official, and the official goes down.
We got a flag on the field.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the clip.
So we've got an official down. Jake gets clipped.
I mean, I think it's going to negate
Cruising Cross gains
26 yards.
26 yards on that, but it's going to come back.
On a counter, he starts on the right, going back to the left. You know, starts that way, realizes he doesn't have anything, reverses his field, comes all the way back to the right, and it's going to be a block in the back, I believe, on North Daviess. I see Senator players clapping, so
we're going to get a signal here right in front of you. Pretty good personal foul.
Yeah, it's a blindside. They got to have their head in front, and They did not do that.
After that big gain there by Cruising Claus.
Uh-oh. Hey, those of you watching at home, you're going to get to see something real special. You're going to see a wasp climb right across the screen there. We need Matthew Deaton back.
So they're going to mark that back.
So they had got the ball to about the 37 of our side, but it spotted the foul on the crackback block.
So the ball is placed at the 33.
And that is the third 15-yard penalty for North Daviess.
Personal foul, crackback on the offense, replay, second down. So 1:44 left to go here in the first half of play.
Second down and 5 after all of that.
Handoff to Owens out of the backfield. Senators running that way. He gets a block.
He took on the contact about the 42-yard line, and
he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. And bring up 3rd and 3. Really nice crowd out here tonight. North Daviess brought quite a few over in the far stands. We've got the stands packed on this side. The grill was delicious.
Yeah, I don't know if the ball went flying out of bounds or they couldn't find
Boys basketball had it tonight, so they had all of the players down there helping out.
3rd down and 3.
1:33 left to go. Going to be the same counter up the middle. He's going to get the first down.
2.5, and he got 3. The ball's going to go to the 48-yard line.
They found something they like with that counter play, because they ran that a lot the last few series.
Well, the way we're covering, we're bringing our linebacker from this side to cover that trip, so that leaves an opening.
And I think they realize that they're not going to have a lot of success throwing the ball against us.
You're not going to be able to throw against these two DBs on this side.
Jake Strange goes unblocked, so if he's going to cut that back too much, he's going to run right into Jake. And
now we're going to throw.
Oh, and if Holden
goes down,
slip, that would have been another interception.
Holden is upset with himself for missing that one. He goes to put his foot in the ground, and it just isn't there.
Again, I think Bryce Brown getting through there made him throw maybe a little bit before he wanted to, and that's what it takes. I mean, you got to have all 11 guys on defense doing their job, and the lineman can't just assume, well, he's going to throw, I don't have to do anything. They can make a huge difference, and they are.
Going to be thrown out this way. He didn't even know it was coming.
I mean, this quarterback does a nice job throwing the shorter routes, the intermediate routes, but it's like they're trying to throw deep a lot. And I'm not sure he's well suited for that. And we know that they don't have the speed to beat it steep.
So now they're trying to go underneath, and that's not working either. 3rd down 10 at the 49. 1:07 left to go here in the first half. They hand off to DJ Owens.
Let's see if the Senators call timeout.
We got a late flag. Jake Strange is happy about it. He's clapping. I'm not exactly sure what the play or what the flag is.
It should be 4th down
from when that flag came.
Give these guys some room, let them talk it over.
It looks like they were trying to get Jalen Neff out of there. The Cougars were.
So it looks like they're backing it up.
It's a big one. Another 15-yard. That'll be their 4th 15-yard penalty of the night.
Unsportsmanlike.
Moves it back to the 41. Well, I think the penalty happened after the play.
Right, so it's going to be
make
4th down, and the Senators are going to call timeout here. We're going to step aside, take a short commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Yeah, at halftime.
Back to live action here. Senators are out ahead 36-8. Kind of the typical Senator MO, get out and score early.
Yeah,
Senators will get the ball first in the second half, but North Daviess is going to end up punting this one away right now with 59.5.
You know, if you're the Senators, do you go after it right here? Do you go after and try and get that block?
It'll be interesting to see what they do. They come out with Holden Bousman back.
Maybe we think that they're going to go for it. I mean, something's happening on their
Something
side.
happening is
They've had a sideline warning very early in the game, and now
your defense has to be ready for anything. Literally, they can fake it,
they're taking Holden out and putting Harrison and Chase both back there. That way, if they fake it, you got two of your fastest guys back there playing safety.
Holden's going to come and cover this side over here.
I think here comes their punt team.
Punt team comes on, so
Somebody's going to have to make a heck of a play just to get the ball back to the first down marker. So you are fine. Let them make the catch. Just make the tackle.
interesting formation here by the Senators. We've got two back to return this punt.
So we've got 9 guys to take care of their 11. But
We may be setting up a definite return.
we'll see if they kick it. Snapping. He's going to look to
Rugby run,
now angles
kicks it away.
Hangs up there. It could be, but it's not. It's good.
Stops at the 35.
So 65 yards. I mean, that's about what we've been averaging on our scoring plays. So,
Well, this time we've got 47.8 to do it in, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 35.
if we score here, it'll be a running clock the second half.
Correct.
I'm looking for a lot of.
I'm thinking we're going to see 2 wide receivers go on this one.
Yeah.
And we're going to see how far Holden can throw it in the air.
Yeah. And, you know, if they come hard off the edge, you put Mason and Roper out in the flats, they got a long ways to run and can get out of bounds too.
There's no safety deep.
And they're going. Chase.
Farmer unable to come down with that one. Nice try by Farmer.
Hangs up there in the air a little bit.
That ball hung up in the air as Holden went to throw it. So we're going to come back 2nd and 10, try it again.
Yeah. Main thing is you know, let's get something. You don't have to make it all a big play right off the bat. You know, get a couple or a first down, get out of bounds. And I believe we've got all of our timeouts.
Yeah, two of our timeouts. We took one on the punt there.
Yeah, there we go.
We might, with a timeout or two, we might be able to sneak something over the middle right now. And we're going to
Holden drops.
Pressure.
Rolls.
and throw it on the run.
Off of Farmer's shoulder pads.
Yeah, nice job by Holden avoiding the pressure and then rolling out this way again, rolling to his left. Very difficult for a right-hand quarterback, but he got his shoulder square when he delivered that ball and put it right on the money.
It seems like he tends to roll to the left quite a bit.
And I think he likes rolling to his left. I mean, you know, and some kids do. But it just seems like it's an awkward, hard throw, but he does it extremely well.
It's a handoff to Roper. Roper finds a hole. Going to gain about 7. Clock's going to continue to run. 4th and 4, 32 on the play clock, so the Senators don't have to snap this one.
I think they'll try and snap it under 5 and take, maybe not. They might take one more shot on getting Harrison loose.
They're going to lead it 36-8 at the end of the first half.
No, timeout.
Oh,
Now North
Timeout West Washington. North Daviess was ready to get off the field. Sorry, boys, we're still going to play another 1.1. So now they're going to draw up something. I'm sure Coach Bousman had something in his back pocket along with Coach Nance, the offensive coordinator, to really air this one out and see what they can do.
I live in Corden, so it's quite a haul.
Yep, just head up 231 there out of Bloomfield.
Senators in their huddle, getting play call from Coach Bousman, who's getting it from up on top. Coach Nance has a great view from on top of the press box and seeing what's going on up there.
Not sure what happened, but my iPad just shut off. Come back up, please.
It's burning up. So many plays. Senators drop back. Time does run out. Holden rolls, throws it. Going to be out of bounds, intended for Harrison Sanford. Isn't able to come down with it. So we're going to go to halftime here. Senators leading 36-8 over North Daviess. We're going to step aside, have some commercial breaks, and then we'll bring Coach Russell on for stats and score.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Indiana's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
back to action here at Art Sanders Field. We're going to roll some clips from the first round sectional game, but Coach Russell's going to run down our stats and scoring.
Okay, to recap the scoring, and we talked about at the beginning that this was expected to be a shootout, and one team has definitely lived up to that, and that has been the Senators as they lead 36-8 here at the end of the first half of play. First quarter, Senators take the ball for the first time, and at the 9:59 mark, Harrison Sanford catches a 69-yard bomb from Holden Bousman for a touchdown. Mason Armstrong with a 2-point conversion run, making the score 8-0. Then at the 3:03 mark of the first quarter, Harrison Sanford lines up in the backfield and carries it in from 17 yards out for a touchdown. Jake Strange catches a 2-point conversion from Holden, making the score 16-0. North Daviess responds and cuts the lead in half with 19.7 seconds left in the quarter as Owen scores on a 6-yard run. Nepp with the 2-point conversion catch, and as I said, cut the lead in half, making it 16-8. That was not the end of the first half, though, or first quarter, because with 0.7 seconds remaining on the clock, Roper McFeeters busts through the line and carries it 72 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion failed, making the score 22-8 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter was all West Washington as Chase Farmer at the 4:37 mark intercepts a pass, returns it 25 yards for a touchdown. 2-point conversion failed, making the score 28-8. Then with 2:10 to go in the half, Harrison Sanford again catches a 45-yard pass from Bousman. And Mason Armstrong carries in the 2-point conversion, making the score 36-8, and that is where we stand at the half. Stats in the first half, there's a lot of them for the good guys. First for North Daviess, they had 5 first downs in the half. They ran the ball 19 times for 76 yards or 4 yards a carry. They were 6 out of 16 passing with 2 interceptions. Altogether, they ran 35 plays for 111 yards. They did have 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and then also they lost a fumble. For these Senators, they only had 5 first downs in the first half, but again, when you're having big plays, there's not many opportunities to get first downs. They ran the ball 17 times for 86 yards, 6 out of 12 with 1 interception, passing for 210 yards or 17 yards per completion. Altogether in the first half, Senators run 29 plays for 296 yards. So just a great job by the offense. We did have 2 turnovers as we lost a fumble and it had the interception. We were only penalized 5 times for 35 yards. Compared to North Daviess being penalized 5 times for 50 yards. Individually for the Senators, Holden Bousman 6 out of 12 passing for 210 yards. Leading receiver is Harrison Sanford, 2 catches for 108 yards. Jake Strange, 2 catches for 66 yards. Chase Farmer, 2 catches for 36 yards. On the ground, Roper McFeeters, 6 carries for 85 yards. Harrison Sanford, 1 for 17. Mason Armstrong, 6 for 9. And Holden Bousman carried it 3 times and lost 13 yards. So a great first half for the Senators.
Couldn't really ask for anything more out of them. Some area scores. North Harrison is down big to Southridge. Gibson Southern, who beat Salem last week, is down to Heritage Hills, the number 1 team in 3A in their sectional game. Pekin is down to Providence. Last score we got was 34-0. So kind of some scores around. Also,
have you heard Paoli's?
Paoli is down to Triton. Last I got was 24-0, I think. Kind of scrolling through, seeing what I can find out there. But as of right now, those are the ones that we've got. When we get more, we'll definitely let you know what they are. Big shout out. Tonight's game was broadcasted live through the IHSA TV network, so it's out there on that. Big thanks to all of those of you who are tuning in. We're going to step aside and bring up the Commissioner's Corner, let you listen to Commissioner Bobby Cox as he talks about the big state tournament weekend that they've got going on with the 2 state championship things going on with soccer and cross country, along with volleyball semi-state. So big weekend for the IHSA. We're going to step aside, let you listen to Greg Regstraw and Commissioner Bobby Cox. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update. Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Once again, filling in for Bob Lovell, I'm Greg Rakestraw, but the star of the show is the commissioner of the IHSAA and Bobby Cox. It is a 2-state championship weekend. There's only a couple of those during the course of the year. 6 soccer state finals at Fishers High School, 2 state finals in cross country over at the wonderful Laverne Gibson cross country course in Terre Haute. Mr. Commissioner, good morning, Bobby. How you doing?
I'm just fine, Greg. Yourself?
I'm doing fine. And what does a 2-state championship week in 2 venues 80 miles apart from each other mean for your staff this weekend?
Well, it stretches the staff a little bit because we have to split up our media folks and our commissioners and try to cover them both. And so we'll start at soccer over at Fishers High School. We're just indebted to Jim Brown, the athletic director there, and the entire Fishers staff for taking this on. Kind of in a transition year for us with soccer, and they'll do a wonderful job, and the arrangements are set and we're ready to go. But that'll start Friday night and then go into Saturday. And then, of course, we're in Terre Haute at the Laverne Gibson cross-country course for our 2-state championship cross-country races, and one of the best venues for cross-country in the United States, host of many NCAA events and collegiate events and high school events, and we're just very fortunate to be there and be able to have a couple great races there. So we're kind of, hoping for good weather. It's a little questionable, but we'll get through it. Kids will be resilient, and we'll have great championships.
Well, I think to that point, I think it's going to be cold, but still better than it was last week. And so let's talk about these 2 sports, what they went through last week, soccer and cross country, and the weather conditions that most of the state had to deal with last Saturday. Your thoughts about the perseverance shown a few days ago?
Well, I think the kids are, like I said, they're very resilient, and they have to prepare for whatever conditions come to them, as well as the coaching staffs and the fans. I can't speak as a former soccer guy, but I was an old cross country guy way back in the day, and I remember running in those conditions like that, and it's tough. You have to prepare a little differently for a race that's in the slop than you do on a dry, fast course, and the kids do a great job. And so, again, tomorrow, we're coming up on Friday and Saturday, the kids are going to have to prepare. And you don't know what those conditions will be like. Will the ground be soft? Will it be hard? Where will the wind be? How cold will it be? Soccer, same thing. How cold is it going to be, and what are you going to have to deal with? And you just have to give your hats off to these young people who participate in these state championship events and trying to bring home a state title to their schools.
Your thoughts about the growth of soccer in this state, knowing that 10 years ago it was a one-class sport, and now, and this has been the case for the last several years, you've got 3 classes on both the boys and girls side.
Well, you've identified it correctly, Greg. We started with 1 class, and it hasn't been that many years ago that we had 1 class. Now we're up to 3, and we continue to add schools every year to the sport of soccer on both the boys and the girls side. And our rules provide that when we get to 95% of our members playing, that we would go to 4 classes. And that's a ways off yet. We're between 75 and 95%, but we're growing. And that's good. Anytime we have an opportunity for young people to participate, and the growth of soccer is demonstrating that there are more opportunities to participate, that's always a good thing. Same thing's true with cross country. We continue to add schools that have cross country. We continue to have more opportunities for young people to race in our sectional. And as long as we continue to grow those participation numbers and serve our patrons and serve our schools, then I think it's all a good thing.
All right, let's talk about the two sports that are still progressing through their state tournament. We will all be together at Worthing Arena in Muncie next Saturday for the volleyball state finals. This weekend, it's the volleyball semi-state. Tell us about it.
Well, the volleyball semi-state, as you know, is the last step before you get to the state finals. So it's a new level of intensity when you get to those semi-states. We've got some great schools participating in those events, both in the northern and southern part of our state. The opportunity to go play volleyball at Worthing Arena is a tremendous chance for our young people. Great service to the association. As we've talked about before, Delaware County and Ball State University, the whole community of Muncie is a volleyball hotbed. And so when we go there, those folks know what they're doing. It's a great venue, and it's a great environment for those young people to compete for a championship. But you got to get there, and this weekend's how you get there. And there'll be some great championship matches Saturday evening to see who's going to go to the state finals.
And then finally, sectional semifinals, all class. 192 schools remain in the football draw. Your thoughts about week one, where we focused on the 1A through 4A classifications?
Well, I thought the first week went really well, and we had some pretty good ball games, and we had some games that got into the mercy rule as well. It'll be interesting to see as we go through the sectional from the first week now to the second week and into the third week, how those scores start getting a little closer and closer together. But this is the beginning of 6A football and most of 5A football on Friday night. And we got some tremendous matchups right out of the hopper. Great matchups. And, like you say, if the weather's dry, people will come out if it's cold, and we encourage our fans to come out and support their local school. We hope it's dry and, just bundle up and get some hot hand warmers and go out there and cheer hard for your school.
If I do not see you at Fisher's on Saturday, I will see you in Muncie the following Saturday. As always, my friend, thanks for the time, and I know it's a busy weekend. Have fun and safe travels.
Thank you, Greg.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field. I believe there's a Pacers update. Didn't you hear that?
Pacers are up 42 to, I believe, 37 over the Cavaliers at Conseco.
Well, there we go. That's dating you. Is it Conseco anymore? It's
That's right. It's
Baker's Life, but I think somebody else bought them too, so I don't know who it is.
Who knows?
But here's the story of the night, which the radio guys are going to be disappointed in. The big sponsor for the Pacers this year is Jack's Donuts, which I went to high school with the guy who owns Jack's Donuts.
Get some Jack's Donuts down here next week.
Well,
at Perry Central.
Funny story. It started off with a one donut shop place, and he has expanded. I think he's got 30 different spots all over Indiana. He's got one in Arizona, one in Oklahoma. He opens them all over the place. So big shout out to Lee Markham, who is the owner of Jack's Donuts.
If you ever get a chance, try Jack's Donuts.
Well, when you make your state tournament run and you're up in Indy, there's one right next door to Conseco Fieldhouse.
Be perfect.
Or to Baker's Life.
Be breakfast for us.
Yeah. So I'll see what I can do. See if I can hook you guys up while you're on your state tournament run.
It'll be nice. It'll be real nice. So Senators come out. They are going to get the ball first. And, one thing we always talk about, when teams are down big, do not doubt, or you better be prepared that they're going to kick an onside right off the bat. And the Senators look like they're prepared for it. As you got Parker Green on the front line. You got Glenn Rankin up there as well. So, we've made some changes in that. Just expecting or anticipating it. So we're not going to be tricked.
We do have 11. We're just walking a couple guys up on this front, putting 7 on the front because we think they're going to onside.
Man,
they're going to squib that one. It's going to go out of bounds.
Straight out of bounds. There's at about the 37.
On the 37, so the Senators are going to gain a couple there, at least if they take the penalty, because don't they get it on the 40?
Well, it's supposed to be 35.
Oh, 35. Well, never mind. They'll decline that, I'm sure.
No, I think if it goes out past the 35, that's where it's going to go. And we'll probably start there. Looks like it went out at the 37.
37, so I assume we're going to decline that penalty and then take the ball on the 37.
Yeah.
Trying to drop my phone here, too. Luckily, it was attached to the computer along with just about everything else that you could ever imagine.
So, yeah, we punch it in here. It'll be a running clock.
The rest of the game.
Yeah.
Which
and they've made no adjustment as far as putting a safety in the middle of the field, and there's an off first play.
First play, just like the first play of the game. Yep. Or sorry, not the first play of the game. The first offensive play that we have.
Changing his snap count, or if they're just being super aggressive and trying to anticipate.
Well, Holden doesn't have a snap count, does he? Don't they go off of the center? When he snaps the ball, that's when they go?
That's right. I didn't know if they were doing that with Trenton, but hand off to Roper.
Hand off to Roper. Roper with a nice cut, gets to the edge, almost goes out of bounds, but does a nice job of walking the sideline there and gains about 14 on that one.
Roper's got great feet. What I mean by that is just being able to stay on balance, stay in, and, at the same time be able to make a cut when he needs to.
Absolutely. Trips to this near side and giving McFeeters. He's kind of
McFeeters up the middle again. Gains about 4 on that one.
He kind of bobbled the handoff, but he got it back under control and does a nice job to carry it up through there. So you got twins out here with Chase and Harrison and trying to get their attention because they had nobody.
They had nobody out here covering Farmer. We're going to get a flag on that.
It'll be a false start on the Senators.
False start on the Senators. They're going to back up. Going to be 2nd and 11.
So bringing up a 2nd down and 11 for the Senators.
Big shout out tonight to Jayla Tincher, who is watching. We got a message from her saying she's watching. So anybody who's looking for a shout out, send us a message. We'll give you one.
Hand off to Armstrong.
Armstrong gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 10. Like we said, Senators up 36-8, 10:37 to go here in the 3rd period. Senators set with their wide receivers, 1 to each side. Mason Armstrong to the near side of the field. 2 tight ends. Now he shifts to the other side. Bousman with the snap. Comes out to Harrison. Harrison tries to break loose on that far side, but is brought down.
Be the first time he's not been up in the end zone on a catch. He's going to get down to the 43.
Going to bring up 4th and 7. See what the Senators do here. We don't bring in anybody new, so that would mean that we probably are going to go for this one here.
Wide receiver knows exactly where they got to go to get a first down. I'll look for that comeback route right at the sticks.
Holden rolls left, steps up.
Oh, you got
the other way.
Farmer gets turned around, is unable to get to the ball. Then feet are tangled up. He's brought down. So Cougars are going to take over here on the 44. Senators wanted to punch that one in.
Yes. I'm sure those players would have liked to too, so they get this game over and get it in out of the cold.
Yeah.
Not that they're cold right now, but.
I'm sure we would have loved to put the points on the board, but I don't think we'll push on the pedal all that hard. We're going to give it to his Owens again, and he lowers his shoulder and moves forward.
One thing that North Daviess has done extremely well this year is play much better in the second half than they have the first half of the ball game. So
this game not over.
No.
I kind of like the way Owens finishes runs.
DJ Owens with that run there, going to be 2nd and 6.
When he finishes a run, his shoulders are down and he is attacking. 2nd and 5. We're going to fake it to Owens. We'll throw it out in the flats.
Cruz and Kloss with that catch. He turns and then goes out of bounds right near the sticks. So we're going to see where that spot is.
Down.
Looks like a first down. First down. So the change move, get set.
I'm on the 47, so he was shy of the 47. They spotted it a whole football and a half in front of the 47 and 46. 1st and 10 North Daviess.
We got the change moving in the right direction.
And he does a nice job on the short throws of getting the ball out quick and to the receiver quick.
And out of those
velocity and letting them do something with it. And here comes that counter.
Out of the trips.
Plays his spot and takes Cruz and Kloss down out of bounds after 2.
Maybe a gain of 1 on that.
Shout out to Layla Manship getting out of the way there as the Cougars player Cruz and Kloss plows over the water bottles, but she gets out of the way so she's not injured. She's got softball to play tomorrow in New Albany, so
be a cold softball tournament.
Yeah, bat warmers and all. Handoff straight up the middle. That's DJ Owens. He's going just about nowhere. His knees are down, and there's 3 Senators right on top of him, but he couldn't get all the way to the ground. So going to bring up about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.
That was really the first time that all night the referees kind of waited on this.
I felt like it was delayed quite a bit. Game 3, ball's going to get 4.
Time for Jake and Trenton to put some pressure on the edge here.
3rd and 7.
Throwing deep.
It's intercepted.
And it's number 4, Farmer.
Farmer with some blockers down the sideline.
Chase may take his second one back. He's got it.
Made him cut back, and now he's going
Cut
to
across the field. Nobody's going to catch. Oh, yo, Chase, go. Yes, he's in.
Touchdown return by
We're going to give you a replay of that one. Most of it's going to be the run. He does a great job of getting that one. Senators do get into the end zone, so that's going to make this a running clock the rest of the game. Nope, my math is off. We're going to need the 2-point conversion here.
I'm not sure where he picked that off at. But, I mean, you could read it. But, I mean, as far as the distance,
Hang on, I'll be able to tell you in a second after we go for this 2. We'll run that replay again, and I'll tell you exactly where he picked it up at.
Wow. 2 defensive touchdowns tonight for Chase Farmer, and again, we talked at the beginning, he could have a big night tonight as he's the best cover we got.
Mason Armstrong with that
he's
going to get in.
Nah, I think they're going to stop him.
Well, they're going to hold him short, I guess. So replay coming up of Farmer's catch. He caught that at the 29.
So 71-yard interception return.
Farmer does a great job getting down the sideline and then turning upfield. 42-8 your score here. 7:50 left to go in the third quarter.
And I do not believe we are in running clock yet.
Nope.
So that is the third intercept. Are we off?
No, we're on third interception.
Yeah, third interception he's thrown tonight. Holden's got 1 and Chase has got
2
that he's taken back to the house.
Sectional 48, and it is at Art Sanders Field here in West Washington.
So sectional 48 action here at Art Sanders Field. Senators are up 42-8 with 7:50 left to go in the third period. It's a 34-point differential. Not enough to get a running clock yet. It's got to be 35.
Just a great game by the Senators, offensively, defensively. You know, they've really came to play tonight, and you know they should be cruising right into sectional championship game, which, as we said, Perry Central is ahead 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. So
that was a late
kickoff
there for them. So Jake boots that one deep. Webster with the return on the far sideline. He gets some room and then is met by the Senator defense at the 24.
They're going to mark that at the 25, aren't they?
Right on the 25. I thought he was down at the 24, but
very few sports have that, and that's why I wish we'd see it, statewide. We see more kids playing football.
7:42, Senators up 42-8, and North Daviess set to go.
Jet sweep to Webster. Webster met out wide by Sanford. Sanford brings him down sure-handedly, and then we get a late flag coming in.
I think they're going to call it on.
I think Jake's going to pick that one up. They're still discussing it. Not quite sure what they're going to call. So we're going to get a personal foul on Jake.
It's going to be after the play, so the penalty will be enforced from the end of the run, which was on the 31.
So they place it down at the 41.
And mark 46.
Oh, sorry, 46. I was looking at my screen, which doesn't have the yard marks on it. At least I didn't call it the 54. Hand it to Owens. Owens gets met by the wall of Senator defenders. Gets maybe half a yard, not much there.
Looks like right at the 47.
Another shout out to Maddie Akers. She's out there watching. Normally she's running live stream for me, but she's watching from home tonight. So shout out to her. I'm sure my phone's going to blow up now with everybody wanting to.
Not great job. Oh, Hunter Pate had him, and he slipped away.
They still get him stacked up back at the 49.
Hunter was going to have him for a 2 or 3 yard loss, and they end up gaining. Check their market right at the 50.
Oh, I was going to give you the chance, man.
No, trust me, I'm not going to fall for it. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
But a gain of 3, it's 3rd down and 6. The ball is on the 50-yard line.
I love the defensive prowess that they have today.
I mean, just the pressure the Senators are getting, flying around, low snap. I think it's going to be a false start.
Going to be a false start. Heritage Hills and Gibson Southern tied at 7.
You knew that was going to be a good game. 2 traditional powerhouses.
Yep. And then Providence is up 42-8 at the end of the 3rd. Running clock there at Pekin.
Mason Armstrong trying to get guys moved around there on defense. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass over the center.
Hunter Pate got held as he came shooting through the line, but they did not call it. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 11 for the Cougars, and it does look like they're sending their punting team in.
4th and 11, it looks like Old Dave's going to punt away.
Just get Chase on the corner and let him run. Andrew Lewis comes out. Is that Kai Strother going?
I believe it is. He's been playing some special teams there. That one kicked.
Almost.
And we do run into him. And I don't know if we actually got a hand on it.
No, I think he was going for that Academy Award there.
So that ball downed at the 27, where the Senators take over. 42-8, 5:57 left to go in the 3rd period of play.
So Senator offense comes back, and if they can punch it in here, then we will be on
running clock. Correct. Or even a field goal.
Well, if we kick a field goal, I may have a heart attack because I'm
shaving your head.
I'm not saying that. You put words in my mouth too many times.
I put words on Twitter.
Yeah.
McFeeters with the run to this side. Nice stop. Still going forward. Nice job by McFeeters. He's going to gain about 8 before he's brought down. He's a hard one to bring down. His feet just keep moving left and right, and a little bit of that spin move.
His feet are impressive. He's not going to run anybody over right now, but just his ability to make people miss. High snap.
Nice job by Holden to get that one down, and then he dives forward, going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain 1. I still think he's going to be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, he's going to be right at the
mark. At it. Gave him a nice spot there.
Probably see Mason pounded up in there and get the necessary
first down.
We
see Parker Green and Chase Farmer check out. Armstrong with the carry.
Oh,
that's got to be around the head. They're not going to call anything on that. We'll let you watch that one at home, and you tell me what you think.
I mean, Mason's still down.
That one right up around the neck where they get him. So he jumps up, comes walking over. Coach Bousman has something to say to the official as he comes over.
Wow. I'm not sure how you don't call anything on that.
Of course, with Holden back there, the punters, they could basically take a look and kind of, like we saw earlier, if it's there to run.
see Coach Farmer out there on the field cleaning guys' cleats during this timeout.
Well, it's not a timeout. They
injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now they're out 4th and 3. Nobody on Farmer.
Now they pick it up. And they jumped. Oh, no.
Going to call a timeout here. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are up 42-8. 4:37 left to go in the third period. North Daviess with looking to have a 4th down stand right here.
Yeah, I look for some type of timing route with Holden throwing to Mason, or not Mason, but Chase or Harrison. Know where the first down line is. North Daviess has been beaten several times tonight on deep passes, so they come off the line hard. Those DBs are got to be backpedaling, and they stop. Holden knows exactly where they're going to be at. He's going to line up as he's punting, but he is punting.
Nice punt by Holden.
Oh, doesn't get the bounce up.
Drops and then takes a North Daviess bounce. Comes back to about the 34. Nice job by Holden to get a hold of that one. A couple of scores. Lawrenceburg up 42-6 over Charlestown at the end of the third.
That shocks me.
Gibson Southern takes the lead over number 1 Heritage Hills 14-7.
Wow.
Eastern scores on the Pioneers to make it 42-16. 6 minutes to go in that game. North Daviess with the ball, 1st and 10. Handoff to DJ Owens. He's trying to get out wide, get that edge, and that's just something that is really hard to do against the speed of these Senators.
Yeah, we've all year long we've said it. Teams have not been able to get outside consistently and have success against us. We just got too many athletes out there.
Trent has made quite a few really good plays there at the right, the defensive right, defensive end position.
This is one of those games where you see.
Nice to see Mason Armstrong check back into the game.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle to Owens. He's going to gain a few more hard-earned yards up the middle there.
To 41. Bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Trenton Binskin in on that tackle.
Trenton's been in on a lot of tackles tonight. Came into the game with 102 tackles on the season. He's adding to it.
Owens again, going to be right at the 1st down sticks.
Give North Daviess their 3rd first down here the second half.
The official on our sideline is going up with one finger already.
First down signal before they even place the ball. So going to be 1st and 10 at the 45.
If we're ever going to see anything throw them out, it's going to be out of these trips over here on this side. That's where you seem to have the most time.
We're going to run it again.
Run it again. Not much there, maybe 2.
When you throw 3 interceptions, you may be a little leery about putting the ball in the air.
Yeah, especially to this trip side of the field.
He did not get to the 48. That's where it's going to be spotted. It'll be a gain of 2.
They're spotting right on the top of Sam's hat there. I think he was more to the bill to have myself.
Going to be a pass to this side. Screen out here.
for another first down. Gets down to the
40,
36.
37, 36.
So a gain of 16 on that play. Give the Cougars another first down. Again, that's the play that they've had success with throwing, is just throwing straight out and then letting the receivers gain some yardage.
Clock at 2:12 here. Nice handoff to Owens. Owens met by Armstrong.
20th carry of the game for Owens tonight.
Which I'm kind of shocked by, considering when we heard the scouting report, this was a predominantly throw team.
I think they found out pretty quick they're not going to throw the ball or have much success throwing too.
Well, if the goal was to throw to the Senators, then they did.
Yeah, exactly.
Still trips to one side. Single back. Owens takes it again. Going to run up the middle where he's met by that Senator line.
They're going to mark him about the 31.
58. Hunter Pate in on that tackle from his linebacker position.
Third down and 5.
Binskin checks back in. Landon Pearson comes off.
That was on the ground.
That was on the ground, so no completion there. Nice effort by Kirk Wagler, but unable to bring that one in.
Oh, 4th and 5. Yeah,
Wagler wants that catch,
but he thinks he caught that. It's crazy. Trips to the far side.
Under a minute to go now in the third period. Right across the middle. Nice catch there across the middle.
And gets to the, 24?
24. Sanford meets him as soon as he catches it, but is unable to knock the ball away. So that's going to be a first down for the Cougars.
So we are under 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. That bubbled snap.
It's going to be brought down. I'm not sure who that ball carrier was. Is
Owens.
that Owens?
Down to the 18.
I gave a shout out to one of my kids that was watching. Now the other one tuned in, and I got a message from them. So shout out to Allie Akers, who's out there watching. Owens with another carry. He's
nice job. Who was that? Was that Pate?
Pate.
Yeah, that's going to be no gain. Actually, truth be told,
maybe a loss.
Yeah, it should be a loss.
So we're going to go into the fourth quarter where the Senators are going to lead 42-8. We're going to step aside to have a short commercial from the IHSAA and be back in just a moment.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
Back to action here at Sectional 48 at Art Sanders Field. It is the fourth quarter here where the Senators do lead 42-8. Owens with the carry.
He loses
yards.
Brown hits him square, and he goes backwards. They can't even get him. They're still going to give him a yard and a half or 2 yards. He ended up 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I mean, I think a lot of times officials, once you touch them, it's a just a dead ball.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he went way back.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 2. We hear the cowbells and the shakers outside. Parker Green
slipped
and wasn't able to get there in time. So that's going to be enough for a first down for the Cougars. 1st and 10 on the 16. Counter around Cruising Kloss with that carry. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown.
On our defense, who had the ball, and that's going to be a score with 10:59 left here.
Just under, or just over a minute here into the fourth period. The Cougars do get on the scoreboard again, making it 42-14.
Owens, and then they countered back rather effectively by their Cruising Kloss.
Was Reed in at quarterback on that play? I apologize, I wasn't looking. Or was that Webster who's in there right now taking the snaps?
I think it was Reed.
Webster's
going to look to run. Webster's going to look to pass.
Throw it back across the field. Not sure if that was the play that was called, but
Sanford was there to gonna be the head of the welcoming committee here in Camelsburg if he did make that catch. So the Senators do lead 42-14, 10:59 left to go in the game here. Senators have done just about all you could ask of them in this game. I mean, came in and have really just been the better team tonight. North Daviess just doesn't really have an answer for the speed on the outside and can't get their passing game going. And
first half was as good as we have played in a long time. I mean, you could tell the kids were locked in, they were focused, and very few mistakes. And obviously offensively we took advantage of our speed and that worked. And defensively is what really impressed me in that first half, is making it extremely difficult for the Cougars to really get anything going. I think it was their first 2 or 3 possessions was 3 and out, and you don't see that a lot in high school football.
North Daviess back to kick this one away. They squib it.
And they recover.
Nice job there by North Daviess to get the Senators kind of
did. Are they going to say that
kick is recovered by the Cougars, so we're going to send our defense back out again.
You want to mark it at the 45?
46 looks like is where they finally put it down at. Senators fall asleep a little bit on that one. It'll be a version of the jet sweep.
Mason and Hunter Pate, and is that Landon Pearson?
Landon Pearson in on that one.
He is very slow getting up. We got an unsportsmanlike coach, but we're getting chopped. Our defensive linemen are getting chopped, and Coach Basman's very adamant right now.
So we get an
I'm saying. I didn't see it.
Well, I mean, they must be. They're just giving a warning, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they didn't.
The flag came out, but it is a sideline warning, so it's not. Reed drops straight back, throws it up. Farmer with another pickoff. Nice job by Farmer, his third interception of the night.
When I said Chase was going to have a big game tonight,
You hit it
I never
right
imagined it was
on
gonna
the
be,
head.
I did not imagine it would be this type of a big game. I thought he'd deflect some passes, not get 3 interceptions, 2 of them return 4 touchdowns, but he's played a heck of a game tonight.
Farmer comes off holding up 3 fingers, indicating his third INT. No safety out on the field. We've got.
Let's go. Hit Harrison on the slant.
Mason with the carry. Makes a good cut. Gets upfield. Going to gain about 4. Maybe 5.
Second down and 4.
Senators looking for the play in from the sideline. Coach Bausman doing a good job of holding up that offense that's been going so quick all year long. Now kind of slow them down just a touch. Bausman straight back. Harrison over the middle. Hits his hand, comes off of his hand. Unable to bring that one in. So we're going to have 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Ball may have held up just a little bit too long, but, again, Holden put it in a spot where it was going to be Harrison and nobody.
Yeah.
He knows he let one get away there. No big deal. 9:36 left in the ball game. West Washington 32-14.
Come back, same set, but now Farmer is in on as the receiver.
Well, I think he's going to get very
He's going to get very close to it. First down from the official on this side.
He's giving us a first down, and honestly, I thought that one was worse than some.
That's interesting. Where the stick is and where the official is standing, that's not a first down, but now the ball's been moved. So
now you see North Daviess coach standing there talking to the official.
Hand off to Mason Armstrong. Nice job of putting 2 hands on that ball. Lowers his head, looks for.
Mason gets it up to, I believe, about the 44, so it'll be about a 7-yard gain.
Everybody on the North Daviess team had Mason stopped and then lifted him up, and he wasn't going any further, but the whistle hadn't blown yet, so. 8:43 left to go here. 2nd down and 2. Mason Armstrong comes out. Farmer in. And then we go with an off-balance set here. We've got 2 tight ends to the far side. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break, and be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
West Washington looking to.
Oh, Mason.
Oh, Mason with the.
Picked up by North Daviess. That's Cruising Klaus.
Cruising Klaus with the takeaway there.
That's the second
fumble.
Let's see, 32-yard line. North Daviess going to take over for
Dallas in there, puts him on his hip and throws him out of bounds there. Saves the touchdown.
Mason had done such a nice job of running with 2 hands on the ball all night long, and then that one just pops right out. 8:13 left to go in the 4th period. Senators out 42-14.
Not as crisp here in the second half.
Handoff up the middle to DJ Owen. He's met by a couple of Senators there. Glenn Rankin and Hunter Pate in on that one.
Focus not only to stop them from scoring, but also keep yourself healthy and run the plays right.
Under 8 minutes to go now. Owens makes a stutter step and doesn't get anywhere. 2 Senators bring him down.
He took a step and then
met him right as soon as he took it.
I believe that was Bryce Brown
and Glenn Rankin.
Continues to run. 7:23 left in the ball game. Only 2:14 now.
North Daviess going to take time out here.
We're going to step aside. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face, yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators do lead 42-14, 7:17 left to go. Got a 3rd and 6. That's going to be the counter.
Big hit by Hunter Pate.
Hunter Pate as part of the welcoming crew there. First solid hit we've had on him all game long, really. He thought he was going to get away from Bryce, and then Hunter was there to clean it up. So that's going to bring up 4th and 6.
Looks like the Senators going straight man now. And they look to be expecting that straight pass out. Nope, we're going deep.
It's going to be
off of 2 hands and then caught to run through to the end zone.
Pate thought he had an interception, and it went right off of his hands, right into Owen's hands for the touchdown.
That one is
wow.
It's a tip drill through 2 hands, and the Senators just unlucky, not able to get
Usually you don't run the tip drill for offense. It's more of a defense end. Wow.
So going for 2 now. They've got quads out to the far side of the field with Webster in the backfield looking for some room. He's going to get into the end zone for 2. 42-22, 20-point game here. 6:46 left to go. We're going to stick with you through this timeout. Coach Bausman already out onto the field talking to his boys, telling them, hey, we've got to close this game out.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on, I got to get caught up.
You've got quite a bit of stats to put in there.
Yeah.
That was kind of a mess for an offensive series there. DJ Owens makes a couple of runs up the middle, and then the pass by Reed across the middle that's hit by two North Daviess Cougars, and then they are able to then pick it up and get in for the touchdown. So the Senators are going to put a ton of people up on the front line now. Not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 10 of them up close to the line.
Daviess was successful in their last onside kick. We'll see what they try again. They're going to. And that time we attacked.
We attack the football and drop on it.
Right at the 50-yard
line.
Right
at the 50. That is Sanford.
Oh, is that Harrison?
Sanford with that onside recovery. So we're going to take over right at the 50.
It'd be nice if we could string a couple first downs together, just run the clock out. But, the second half, we've only got 2 first downs, so we don't have the big plays that we had in the first half.
And last time we tried to get a first down with Mason, and he ended up fumbling.
Mm-hmm.
That ball handed off to Roper. Going to be a hold or
clip or a hold.
Roper gains maybe 2 on that, but it's going to come back.
Yeah.
So they're going to accept that one. We're going to back up.
Mark it back at the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
Bring up a second down and 20.
We got an update from Perry early, but I haven't been able to find anything lately from them on what their score is. Last we heard it was 14-0 Perry, but that was early in the game. So North Harrison does lose to Southridge tonight.
A lot of pressure from North Daviess. Had Jake.
Jake tries to catch that one, but is unable to get that one brought in.
Bringing out a second down and 20. And stop the clock. We went from 1 point from a running clock to now it is a 20-point game.
But everything else is working well. So.
North Daviess, there's no quit in them. I mean, we
yeah,
talked at
6:21 to go here, and the Senators have kind of fallen flat where North Daviess is.
Which is expected. I mean, you get a big lead no matter what you say to them. Kids are kids. They know how they're up, how big they're up, and their thing is let's get to next week now. Oh, incomplete.
Harrison there trying to get it, but is unable to.
Yeah, good diving effort by Harrison. Harrison is still down.
Harrison down. Looks like he's got a cramp in his leg.
Yeah, that's a cramp the way they're.
That's even when people don't realize it's still cramp when it's cold.
Yeah, absolutely. We do.
Getting that stretched out by the trainer there.
Update here, thanks to Cheryl Lee. Perry Central 21, North Central Farmersburg 12 at the half.
At the half. So.
Anyway, we're going to step away here. Word from our sponsors. Listen to West Washington Center for Football on WSLM 12:20 a.m.
Senators out huddled around Coach Bousman. We've got a third down and 20. That is facing us, so they've got to get some. They got to get going on this offensive series, or
we'll give it right back to North Daviess.
Yeah, come down, and it's a 3-score game right now.
Again, 2 backs. You got Armstrong and McFeeters.
Feeders with that one.
There There's another flag.
There's another flag.
I'm sure that's going to be another hold. Yep. They take this to back it up. Be 3rd and 30. They may decline it.
That would make sense. They're going to decline it.
Yeah, which is the only thing.
So now it's going to be 4th down and 17. So Holden going to drop back and kick this one away.
And who's that? Owens dropped back the potential return.
Yeah.
That's right, not 86, it's 89. Only reason I know his name's Hunter Thompson.
That one's straight up in the air. Going to be downed by Landon Pearson at the 47. 5:47 left to go here. 1st and 10, North Daviess. 42-22. You can definitely feel that the momentum has swung to the North Daviess Cougars. Owen's going to try to get out wide. Nothing going on there. He's brought down. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. 5:30 left to go here in the 4th period.
Chase encouraging the fans to make some noise. We've not had a lot to cheer about the second half, but most important thing is we will be moving on to next week, where it sounds like it'll be Perry Central at Perry. Again, they are up 21-12 over North Central Farmersburg at the half.
Clock is going to be reset to 5:25.
I thought he got out of bounds, then they said he didn't get out of bounds, and now they said he did get out of bounds, and so we're going to reset the clock to 5:25 left in the ball game. Let's welcome 22 near side. This has been the never-ending pass.
Reed back to pass.
Intercepted
again.
Mason
Armstrong down the sidelines. Gets out of bounds at about the 35.
And that is the 5th interception of the ball game.
There's a record for you. I don't know how many interceptions in a game, but that's got to be close.
Yeah.
Especially with the PLAC schedule, not a lot of straight pass teams there, so to get 5 in a game, that's quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm sure that's probably a school record. And looks like we're going to have Chase and Harrison on each side of Mason.
Looks like a pistol.
Yep. And Mason tailback. And they're going to run. Run Harrison.
Harrison gets the edge, looking to stay inbounds. The signal is given that he was still inbounds, so goes out at about the 19. 1st down for the Senators.
So again, the clock does continue
to run because he stayed in bounds. Stay in the pistol here. Mason is the deep back.
Grabbed Mason by the jersey up around the shoulder pads and drug him a couple yards, but they finally get him down after a gain of about 3 or 4.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Senators are going to be content to let that clock continue to run.
Didn't hear it, Coach. That's what you get from the guys in tribes. I didn't see it, Coach. Didn't hear it. I'll get it.
I tell you what, North Daviess is begging us to by pounding so many guys up there. Okay, they're finally dropping the safety. Little further back.
Chase
Farmer with the carry, looking for a hole. There's nothing there, but he's still moving, still going forward.
He's going to get a first down, and there comes a flag.
We'll see what that is. That was from deep.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching. There was 3 guys in one spot. 2 North Daviess, 1 West Washington.
Personal foul on North Daviess.
Could be like a half the distance. Chase got it down to about the 9-yard line.
Good passer. But I didn't see exactly what drew the flag. I just seen him back here.
This is a first.
What's that?
Senators are huddling.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
So that's going to bring the ball inside.
3:39 left to go in the game. 1st and 5. 1st and goal from the 5.
I think Coach and everybody in red would like to just get one more in here.
Yeah, let's punch it in here and be done.
Still in the pistol look.
Play clock down to 12.
Hand it off to Mason. Mason bounces it. Doesn't get out there. And then we get a flag. Nice hard run there by Mason.
Yeah, I think he wanted that. I don't know whether it's a face mask or if it's going to be a hold inside. It's going to be on North Daviess.
Yeah.
They're going to move it. And they've been high all night on Mason.
Now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. From the 1.
Sanford to the corner.
Gets in the corner. So that's a touchdown by Harrison. Moves it up 48-22. 3:04 left to go in the 4th period of play.
There hasn't been a doubt really in this second half, but that certainly makes it feel better anyway.
That is Harrison's 4th touchdown tonight. He's got 4. Farmer's got 2. McFeeder's 1.
So still looking at the pistol down here on the goal line. Handed off to Mason straight up the middle. Lowers his head. Gets in for 2. Moves it to 50-22. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from Lynx. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are up 50-22 over the North Daviess Cougars.
And update on score that our radio guys do not know is that the Pacers did win their game tonight, 102-95 over the Cavaliers.
Matthew, the big Pacers fan over there, so letting him know.
Making sure he understands we have connections.
But again, they cook some good food down there too, so we'll be certainly up for the trip.
Jake with a nice kick, deep.
About the 18.
And that's going to be number
Rankin is the one who cleans up that hit at the end there. Closing in on 4,000 viewers for today, so
awesome.
Big thanks to all of those of you who tune in and watch.
Look at the 31.
Especially in a single A school.
Just a shade under 3 minutes to go here in the game.
This last 3 minutes will probably take.
There's a reverse slip slide, nothing going on there. And then goes down for a gain of maybe 3. He tries to put his foot in the ground and just doesn't go anywhere.
Nobody's putting their foot in the ground tonight. Could get him out to 34, gain of 3.
runs to 34 left in the game.
See if we can get a 6th interception next time he puts it in the air.
Snap back, Reed. Throws across the middle.
And there it is. Oh! Holden saw it.
That's 2 that Holden has had go through his hands and unable to bring down. So
he saw end zone. He wanted to be like Chase and get in there on a pick 6. And that is the North Daviess is 13 out of 30 tonight passing with 4 interceptions.
They're going to flip it to Owens. Owens trying to get out wide. Jake giving the run. He tries a spin move.
He's going to lose yardage.
Going to lose a yard there maybe.
He said, I've had enough. He spins down without getting hit.
They're going to give him loss of 2.
A tombstone would not be a good thing.
Clock's still running here. Minute 35 to go.
They're gonna let it run. Take time out. Run a play, and because the Senators get it, they can take a knee, and this game will be over. And they will be moving on to Leopold to face the Commodores, I'm sure, for the sectional championship.
I still haven't gotten an update from Perry yet. Still looking out there.
Halftime score was Perry 21-12.
So 21-12 at the half at Perry. If Perry does end up winning that game, it will be a sectional final at Perry, so we will be traveling there next Friday.
And we were just there, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Well, you were. I was not.
Yeah, that was me and Matthew.
So we'll all be making the trip back down again.
Perry played us a very, very competitive game for the first half. And then the Senators got on a roll and finished it. And that particular game, it was Holden Bousman's legs that really propelled us. As I want to say he had 153, 158, something like that on the ground. Because they did a nice job of taking our passing game away and taking Mason and Roper away and hold them.
Owens looking to get rid of that one.
It is blocked.
And it's going to go forward. Going to be recovered there by a big 64, I believe.
Nice job by Landon Pearson to cover that one up. I believe Jake Strange was the one who blocked it. Those of you watching at home on live stream, get that running back at you. He runs that way. Jake. Oh, no, it's not Jake. It's 52. That's Andrew Lewis with the block there.
Andrew Lewis has played extremely well tonight, replacing Charles Madden on the defensive line. Just done a tremendous job.
Minute 13 left to go here. We're going to see victory formation where Holden's going to take probably a couple of knees here. There's one. Clock starts to run.
One more time, I think the Bucks can get it.
We're now under a minute. So we need one more knee here, and then we should be good to go. Holden goes back up under center. Takes that one, takes another knee. That should run us all the way down to zeros, where the Senators are victorious tonight, 50-22. They come out and really pour on the gas in the first half, and then do a good job of holding on to the victory here. Second half probably not as clean as Coach Bousman wants, but Senators are victorious. That's the important part about it. They will be on the road next week if scores hold true at Perry Central. So that will be a 7:30 kickoff probably. So we will take a short break and then be back with some scores and stats and our post-game show with Coach Bousman. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are victorious 50-22 in the sectional semifinals here at Art Sanders Field. Coach Russell, run down some scoring and some stats.
Okay, a lot of scoring in the first quarter. The 9:59 mark, Harrison Sanford catches a 69-yard pass from Holden Bousman for the touchdown. Mason Armstrong runs in a two-point conversion, making it 8-0. The 3:03 mark, Sanford again, this time a 17-yard run. Strange catches a two-point conversion pass from Bousman, making it 16-0. 19.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Owens, the running back from North Daviess, carries it in from 6 yards out. Kuzencroft carries it in, the two-point conversion, making the score 16-8. With 0.7 seconds to go in the first quarter, Roper McFeeters goes 72 yards for the touchdown. Two-point conversion run failed, making the score 22-8 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, 4:37 to go, Chase Farmer picked off the first of 3 passes he would get that tonight with a 25-yard interception return. Two-point conversion was no good, making the score 28-8. Then at the 2:10 mark in the first half, Harrison Sanford catches a 45-yard pass from Bousman for the touchdown. Mason Armstrong with a 2-point conversion run, making the score 36-8, and that's where it stood at the half. In the third quarter, 7:51 mark, Chase Farmer gets his, actually at the time it was the second interception, returns at 71 yards for the touchdown. So 2 pick sixes for Chase, then one other one in the fourth quarter that he also got. North Daviess gets back on the board at the 10:59 mark of the fourth quarter as Kuzma Massa runs it in from 6 yards out. 2-point conversion was no good, making the score 42-14. And then after recovering an onside kick, North Daviess at the 6:46 mark scores again when Owens takes a catches a 24-yard pass from Reed off of a deflection. And then Webster runs in the 2-point conversion, making it 42-22. And at the 3:04 mark of the fourth quarter, Harrison Sanford gets his 4th touchdown of the game on a 2-yard run. Mason Armstrong runs in 2-point conversion, making the score 50-22. Team stats for North Daviess: they had 11 first downs in the ball game, ran it 40 times for 131 yards. They were 13 out of 31 passing with 4 interceptions. Just an outstanding job by the Senator defense tonight on pass defense, as he was 13 out of 31 for 94 yards. Total yards for the Cougars, they had 246. They had 1 fumble, and it was recovered by the Senators. They were penalized 9 times for 66 yards. For the Senators, they had 9 first downs in the ball game, ran it 34 times for 153 yards, 7 out of 17 with 1 interception, passing for 214 yards. After having 290 yards total offense in the first half, we only end with 367, as the Senators really slowed down the pace and slowed down the offense in the second half. The Senators had 2 fumbles, losing both. They were penalized 7 times for 50 yards. Individually, Roper McFeeters, the freshman, 12 carries, 117 yards, including the long 72-yarder, which really changed the momentum there early in the game. Holden Bousman ran it 3 times for negative 13 yards. Mason Armstrong 13 times for 30 yards. Harrison Sanford 3 times for 35 yards. Chase Farmer 1 time for 6 yards. As you said, Holden was 7 out of 17 with 1 interception for 214. Main target was Harrison Sanford, 3 catches, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jake Strange also a big night with 2 catches for 66 yards, and Chase Farmer had 2 catches for 36 yards. And that is our stats.
It's a great rundown, great game here for the Senators on Art Sanders Field. We're going to step aside, take a couple of commercial breaks, wait for Coach Bousman to make his way up here. He's got a radio interview and our live stream interview, so we may run a few commercials and then get back with you.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Back to action here. We're going to let Coach Bausman settle in a little bit. Coach, great win tonight here on the first real pass-happy team that we've seen all year. Shows what your secondary can do. Farmer has a great night tonight with 3 interceptions, 2 of them taking them to the house. What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, I just someone's going to throw on us. We feel pretty good about it with our defensive backfield. It's a lot of experience back there and a lot of athletic guys back there with talent that have great ball skills, and I think it was displayed tonight. They did a great job in their fundamentals, in their technique, and reading the quarterback and then making breaks on the ball.
You've got the defense really steps up tonight with the interceptions, but then Harrison Sanford has a great, first quarter, first half. Really nobody can match him on the field, and then Jake gets loose on the sideline and scrambles around, and Holden's making plays with his feet. The offense really just seemed to be clicking the first half tonight.
Yeah, I thought so. We had to throw more tonight, and we felt like the big plays would be there over the top with our athletes and the way they were going to play us man coverage. They played a true 5-2 man with us in double tights. The safety sat 6 yards yards over the tight ends. And when you have that, that's 9 guys in the box with the safeties playing downhill. That's why Jake got some in the flat. Holden threw a great ball to Jake for a corner route over here, and Jake made a great catch. So, you're going to have to throw the ball when teams put 9 guys in the box and try to play your man like that. But we like our chances when that happens.
Yeah, your wide receivers, that's a tough matchup for anybody around, just the athleticism of those guys. Looking forward, the scores that we've seen, Perry is winning or has won right now. It's a common opponent. You've already played them once this year at Perry. That's where we'll be traveling to if those scores do hold true. What's it like playing a team twice in a year? We just did it with Valley.
We did it with Valley, and we got to make sure we don't get off to a slow start like we did against Valley, especially against Perry Central. That a team that is very disciplined on both sides of the ball in all phases, and with great talent, great coaches. So it's going to be important that we zero in. These guys, they don't overlook people, but we got to know that we're going to get their best shot. At this time of the year, teams they're not only playing to win, they're playing to. You're playing not to lose. You don't want to put your equipment up. So those seniors have some extra incentive. We need to have that same motivation. But, we got to prepare, and we got to look at things that we did well and things that we didn't do well against Perry, and then anticipate some adjustments they'll have for us.
Coach, we're gonna cut this one a little short. We're gonna let you get down, celebrate with your boys, celebrate with the team, celebrate with your coaches. We'll talk to you next week at Perry.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna give Coach Russell just a second to get settled in here, get his final thoughts. The Senators are victorious tonight, 50-22 over the North Daviess Cougars. If the scores that we've seen do hold true, we are going to be at Perry next week, probably a 7:30 kickoff, just like during the regular season. So Coach Russell's gonna settle back in. Coach, final thoughts.
First half, like I said earlier, I was probably the best, most focused offensively, defensively we've been in a few weeks, and that was good to see. And we talked about last week the kids were getting settled into the tournament routine, and they came out and played like it. And second half is I'm not sure what Coach Bousman said, but you're up that big, it's hard to keep your foot on the gas pedal. And North Daviess, they weren't going to quit because their seniors didn't want their season to be over, so they was going to keep fighting and doing everything that they could. But our kids showed a lot of toughness, and they're going to be a tough out next week.
Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. We will see you next week from Perry. Thanks.